So what I want to do first is if people have moves that they've bought or anything on that I need to know about, go ahead and tell me. Did anybody get a move last time that they didn't already pick?
Yes. Oh,
I
didn't
qualify
already
for one
pick.
as well. Haven't quite chosen yet. Go ahead, Ben.
Okay, Ben, which one did you pick?
I don't know if I wrote it in my sheet, but I'm picking +2 a stat +1 to cool.
Okay, that sounds good. Act under pressure is a good one to have a plus on. And then Fabian, you're still trying to decide.
Yep.
Okay, and
I picked. I got one as well, and I picked +1 to synth.
okay.
Okay.
Whoop.
Is your synth 3 now?
Echo,
No.
echo, 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 echo.
Scott, is your synth 3 now?
You can't go above 2.
Yeah,
Yes, you can.
You can?
Yeah.
Really?
Three is
Some
bad.
classes can.
Oh, fascinating.
You have to look
Yeah, see,
at your,
even my
your
synth,
advancement chart.
my synth says max +3. With the normal. Move.
Ah,
And
interesting.
then you can have any
Okay.
stat +1 with a 5 times with
Is
a
the
fifth
echo
one.
better now?
Yeah.
Yeah, because
I don't know. No.
So okay. Well, that sounds good. Stat moves are a solid way to go. Fabian, what are you kind of thinking about?
Either +1 to my synth, or taking emotionless. So roll synth when you play hardball, or taking trained eye, which gives you +1 forward or ongoing if you roll well enough when I evaluate something or someone.
That's interesting. Of course, that last one is not. The other two kind of augment strengths you already have. That third one is interesting in that it gives you a new aspect.
Right.
Oh, that's a tough choice. Now, last time
Or a custom weapon.
yeah.
Do you already have hard?
I can't roll hard. Hard would not help me because I don't have meat. I rely upon synth.
G-rated game, G-rated game. Hey,
Right back.
Okay.
You don't
Thank
have
you.
any meat? Oh, you
I
have
have-
zero?
I have 0 meat.
Oh, you're a skinny little killer.
Yeah. He's
I'm
invested all of his
crazy.
Yeah, he's invested all of his killing stuff in his synth things. So yeah, he's a wee slip of a lad.
All right.
We'll give Carl a second to get back, and then I will kind of figure out how we're going to frame this scene. And see
how's everybody, by the way?
Oh, not bad, not bad.
Cool.
How about yourself?
Good. I just got back from Gen Con, so
Mm-hmm. Still recovering.
yeah, still, yeah, exactly. Still catching up to everything.
Scott drove back on that Gen Con Sunday to get here in time to play his evening game on that Sunday.
Oh.
So
Wow.
He-
No, we took 2 days to drive because it's a 14-hour drive.
yeah.
So.
By the way, Daddy, bye. You're still at -1 forward.
Yep.
Because you haven't gotten Krupski that indulgence.
I know. It's terrible. I don't know how great my bargaining position is right now for that.
You should consider that a challenge.
Oh, ow, oh.
You okay,
Ow.
Cat?
No, I was just looking at the cost of that advancement. Cost 10 credits.
Yep.
Painful.
I'm starting to think I'm not going to buy anything in this game. Everything's so expensive.
Yeah, I mean, if you had a bunch of money, something had happened that you would have gotten a bunch of money.
We'd be able to buy stuff like maybe 15 credits each or something like that. Wow, just think.
Crazy.
Crazy.
Out of the fucking hole I'm in.
Okay, so we got a situation where we got a kind of an interesting challenge in that we have a group and we clearly do need to follow up from last session with Matt getting picked up. What I'd like to propose, if I may, is it seems to me like, Carl, you're kind of in control of the situation. Would you say that's true?
I have an idea. Yeah.
Okay. I'd like for maybe you to frame the situation, and then I want to check with Matt and see if he is cool with that.
Okay.
And then we'll kind of play out that because he still has some resources, obviously, to bring to bear.
Yeah.
But let's do that. So, Carl, when we come in for whatever is going to amount to the discussion, the group, having their showdown, are we like in an abandoned warehouse?
No, we are flying back on the helicopter.
Okay.
With the refugees, and Matt's still there, and we're going to come back and get him. Or Daddy Bye Bye is still there.
Okay, so you've dropped off the refugees then.
Now, as we're leaving, I look at Rake.
So
see, Rake.
I want to make sure. So you're saying before this is before you pick up Daddy Bye Bye?
This is as we're leaving Daddy Bye Bye.
Okay, all right.
So Rake, I need you to check the helicopter and make sure that he does not have remote control over this. Okay.
Well, there's something that you're forgetting, if I could. What was set up last time at the end of the session was Daddy Bye Bye and I were swimming until you ferried the refugees or the rescuees back to shore. That was the whole take as many as you can. We're going to swim.
Okay.
And then you're going to come pick us up.
Right.
So they're not present for this.
Rake is.
I'm talking about the refugees.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Well, which is what I established with that first sentence. So let's.
My apologies.
That's okay. So Matt, do you have like a neural interface for remote control on the helicopter? I'm not sure.
No, and I was gonna buy one, but then I had to get an eye.
Okay.
And a monkey.
Yeah.
So
you still don't have the eye. You will at the end of this session, or actually have it when you get back to shore, and you wash all the salt water out of the socket.
Yeah.
So Rake, you can check over the helicopter, and you're pretty sure that he doesn't have control over it.
Okay. Tracer, I need you to write a smart contract between us and Chip, and it's going to be basically what it's going to say is that he's indebted to us for 60 cred, and he has to pay for it. And he's got to come with it. We can get some terms, and he can have a little bit of money, but not very much. He's given at least like half his, what do you guys think? Half? 3/4? I'd say half. I think half works out better, probably.
And what makes you think he would attach any value to this contract?
It's a smart contract. It doesn't make any difference if he puts anything to it. He's going to put his, his digital imprint on it. I mean, this is something Trace would know, but I mean, these are implemented today, and so in 2099 they're going to be a lot better, and it will automatically take it out. And he's basically, by signing this, he's giving us his basic, analog magical true name, and we have him, we own him, and so he's going to have to deal with this. And he's going to have to come out and pay us back.
Okay.
I don't know if you want to get into the terms that much. I think that'll take forever, and we can get into that. But that's the idea. He's got to pay us back half of all of his income from now on, and then that should be pretty easy. That should be something that Trace. To me, I think that should be something that's routinely done. And we get back, we're going to say, you need to sign this before you get on the helicopter. It's a long way back. Suggestions? What do you guys think?
I think that a flechette round would be cheaper.
Well, that is true. But it's going to be, we're not going to get paid back at all that way. And I do believe that, you reap what you sow.
I guess the real concern of mine regarding.
Well, are we talking? I mean, I'm fine with it, but since you're with Daddy Bye Bye, we're not talking with you, right?
Right.
Correct. All right, I will withhold.
And is this something that I believe that I could do? Is this?
Yeah, I would say that what it is that I think this is something reasonably easy for you to do with your skill level, Scott. If Matt chooses to resist it, it's probably going to be kind of the overcome action to try and evade it. Essentially, it's the act under pressure for him to get out of the terms of it. Does that seem reasonable?
I don't see that. I see him either signing it or not.
Well, you guys are badasses, and
Right.
So you have two choices about how to do this. If the players want to agree that it's ironclad, I've got no problem with that, and then we can establish it as ironclad. But I don't want to do something. I don't think you can do something that takes away his autonomy, except for kill him.
Well, it's not his autonomy.
Well, no, I think that it's important that he has, this is all part of the story. So we have the ability to try and impose this upon him, but he also has the ability. I mean, is there anyone more slippery than Chip? Is there,
Right.
this is the scene we're playing out. So he has the ability to get out of it.
So you're forcing him that he has a choice, Carl. If Matt decides to do this, that he can obey the terms of a contract. If he wants to try and weasel out of the terms of the contract, he has to go to a roll, which could have bad consequences for him. So
get all of his income.
Yeah, it's a risky thing, so there is that. Does that seem? It seems like the way mechanically to handle something of that sort.
And what if he opts?
Well, one of the reasons why I decided to do it this way is that today these smart contracts use blockchain technology, and the idea.
That's just what I was thinking.
The idea behind it is that today you would have to have the computing power of God to get around it.
Yeah,
and it's essentially impossible today. I mean,
well,
if it's
and that's the thing is I can accept that, and it's why I'm going. Okay, yeah, you guys can make that contract, no problem. But you guys are badasses, and it is 2099, and it's a fictional world, and it's cyberpunk. So essentially, you're laying a noose around his neck. And he has to choose if he's going to try and wriggle out of it and maybe hang himself with it, or whether he's going to go, okay, we're all good.
Okay. So
I
like it. That's basically what I want to do. Terms are...
Trace, you were going to say before?
I'm trying, but...
Sorry.
And what if he decides to opt out of the contract?
Then we leave him.
In the kill us all way.
Okay. Then he loses 100% of his income. If we die, let's see how do you want to do this? If we die, period. Okay, fine. If we die, the surviving members have to say it's okay to. If we die, all the money goes to. The 60 it goes to the amount is not lessened. It goes to the surviving members, and if all of us die, 100% of his income is taken off, and his cyberware is shut off. How about that? We should make it badass. He screwed us. He screwed us hard, and we're taking money over time.
Are you cool with that being the fiction of this, Scott?
Providing there's no penalty for him dying.
Oh, for us? No, there's no penalty for us for him dying. We go.
All right.
We own all his shit. We own all his shit. We own his cyberware. We own everything. There. If he dies, we own all his shit.
So let's cut to the chopper coming back. I assume it's been a kind of a grim silence between Ringo and Chip during this long wait in the cold water.
Yes.
I don't bet
I
you Danny
don't
bad,
like
but it's
this.
never silent.
And Chip, what about you?
Chip,
Do-
I guess I don't imagine he'd hold out very well in the cold water.
Right?
So he's like, cause like he's like not got good strength. So he's probably like really having a bad time of it, like continuously, like kind of falling beneath the waves. Only to kind of pop back up, struggling for breath.
Okay.
But he's making little comments each time he comes up still.
Okay. So, just as you're kind of getting to the last of your strength, Chip, you will see the chopper come back.
Get to the chopper.
And they will get to the kind of the hover over the water mode, and I assume drop down whatever rope ladder you're using to pick people up, rescue ladder kind of thing. Who are you dropping it for, Ringo or Chip first?
We'll drop for Ringo, definitely.
Okay, Ringo, they drop the ladder for you.
I tie it around Chip.
Okay. Tie around
Okay.
Chip and then go up.
Yeah, when it's my turn, yeah.
Ringo. Well, no, Ringo goes. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So let's assume that everybody is in the chopper.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Ringo, he is not in the chopper.
Ringo has tied Chip to the
That's fine.
ladder.
Then we'll get low enough, and we can talk to comms, and we lay out the whole deal for him. He goes, "This is your smart contract. We need your thumbprint right now. We need your digital signature
Oh,
now. Or you're not,
wait a
or you're
minute.
not getting in the helicopter, and I want to come in, and I'm going to blow through everything he says. This is the way it is. You don't like it, then you're staying here." And we might wait 5 more minutes to see how if you wisen up, but if you don't, I really don't care. So sign the damn thing. Your life is now ours. We own you. Get used to it. I don't care. Fast talk.
So I think this is playing hardball, is what this
Okay.
is. Okay. Does that seem fair, Matt?
Yeah.
Because let's let Carl do and resolve. his
Actually,
move.
I will tell you, I'm not actually going to leave him.
Okay,
I'm not
then-
actually going to leave
Okay,
him. So I'm going to
then
five-step.
it is bluster. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So what I want you to do, Carl, is I want you to roll style.
Style. It's in here somewhere. No, edge. No, style. Yeah, you're right.
Style.
10.
So that's a 10. So Matt.
And hey, Mark, you get a mark experience if you agree to it.
So he's put this pressure on you. He's giving you this ultimatum. You have a choice. You can, because you're drowning. You can act under pressure to resist it, or you can give in and mark experience.
Mark experience. Think
I-
the experience point.
I
Oh, come on,
really
you gotta
feel that I've
resist.
got a good story to tell everybody about this, and this really isn't my fault.
Yeah, tell your legions we don't give a shit.
I'm gonna act
We're
under
not interested.
pressure.
We don't want to hear it.
Okay.
And I have 2 intel. Can I use that?
I will let you use 1 if you can tell me what it is, and that it's a good story on why this intel would play into this.
But why is it? Because, well, Daddy Bye Bye is going through life in general. Everybody he's interacting with. He's trying to data mine as much as he can, specifically for demographic and behavioral traits that he could exploit in multifaceted, multi-pronged multimedia operations. As such, he has gained some insight into people by observing their behavior, and that helps give him an edge when entering into a stressful situation like this with a teammate.
All right. I'll let you use intel. And Carl, you already made your roll, so you're already at 10, so don't need to worry about that, okay? So Matt, I need you to act under pressure.
All right. Let's go, baby.
Oh God!
Oh, I love it, Matt. That's awesome.
Okay. So here is where we are now. Carl, Uh,
Wow.
you need to tell me if you're leaving him or not.
How much fuel we got?
And as you're thinking, as you hear, now, of course, we all understand that I am a great negotiator, right? And we're going to take that as a given and a first principle in this discussion.
You're talking to me.
So,
I am gonna. Do you see?
I'm not
Is there
seeing
anybody
a-
else?
so
Is there anybody else around that needs to be picked up?
no, this is it. You saved them for the last.
Well, it's me.
Well, we're
Ringo.
getting you out.
Ringo's up.
Ringo, climb up. You should be able to climb up that thing. Leave him down there.
Fine. As long as he's tied up so he can't go under, that's fine.
Okay.
I'll climber up.
Yeah. Okay. Carl, are you leaving him behind?
Well, we can start going on the thing. I'm sure it's nice and cold out there.
Okay. So, are you going to leave him?
We got a helicopter we can sell.
Okay.
I heard you got some new cyberware that's coming in.
Matt,
I'm so glad, man, that we can sell that too.
Matt, you may now fast talk Carl.
Okay. Look, I know crazy ravening freaks, right? And they're not going to make a deal on their maniacal plans for mayhem and destruction. Those guys in there, they offered us 75 and said they were going to blow themselves up if we didn't go along with it. Who's going to sell their life for 75 credits? I thought I had an excellent case for for increasing our profit margins, and that's what I do, right? I'm the IT guy. Like I'm the brains of the group, right?
Roll style.
When the who can interfere with him the best?
I'm not interfering with him at all. I'm kind of like nodding. It's like,
Rake,
Oh.
Trace.
Are either of you interfering in this?
I assume that. Is he?
No.
Can we even hear what's going on?
Yeah, I mean it's on the comms.
Because I'm rolling my eyes at you guys, and I'm like,
Trace
All right.
says, just shoot him.
all right.
Okay, so Trace, why don't you roll your links with
Ringo?
Not Ringo, with Xavier.
actually, it's with Daddy Bye Bye to give to interfere.
Oh, that's true. It is to hinder. So why don't you roll your links with Daddy Bye Bye?
'Cause that's a -2.
I don't have any links with that Daddy.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Then roll
then
straight.
that's-
Roll straight.
Well, hold on.
2d6.
Then I'm going to interfere with Daddy Bye.
No, you can't, Carl, because you're the subject of this action right now. Okay? I didn't let him interfere with you,
That's
and so vice versa. Scott, if you want to roll, you can roll and assist, or you can leave this be and not put yourself at risk here.
Oh, this would put me at risk? No, I'm not putting myself at risk.
Okay.
Ringo.
I was just thinking Ringo would shoot him. That was what I was thinking.
Right. So if you convince me to shoot him, that's why I was saying you roll links with me. But
Oh.
that's up to. I don't know how to play that out, Lowell.
I
He's-
don't
he's
want I
trying
don't
to-
want to chain those things through. Okay. So
Okay.
right now, Matt is doing his action. If you want to
Okay.
interfere with him doing his action to Carl, you can try and do that, or else I'm just going to go to move to Matt resolving his action. Okay.
Yeah, I don't want to intrude
Okay.
on this.
All right,
You
Matt.
want your money?
Roll.
It's not about money.
All right. Here you go. And that's a -1, right?
Yep.
But that's still pretty good.
So
that's a
Carl,
Yep.
you have a choice.
I can mark experience, or I could.
You
So I
mark
don't want to do
experience,
it.
Drag him up, mark experience, or you can try to act under pressure and leave him here, or not agree to this.
Can I, while he's talking, can I assess him? When you closely study a person, place, or situation. When you quickly size up an opponent in a charged situation.
Roll edge.
I'm just trying. I'm kind of
Sure,
exploring the game.
I
trying to
want
figure out what
to.
we're
No,
doing.
no, I think that's a reasonable thing. I mean, one of the things about this game is that these are moves that you can do on other people.
Or
I
can
wish you
I,
kind of said that a little bit beforehand, but we're playing that out, okay?
Can I interfere with him while he's doing this?
No, because as I said,
Because it's up. It's
you're
up, so,
targeting you
yeah.
with the action right now.
Okay.
Okay. So he's going to, if you do that, he is going to be able to give you the answers to those questions, okay? So go ahead and roll assess for me.
Duh!
Okay.
That's not good.
Okay. So the helicopter is, you are at the point where the helicopter is getting low on fuel right now, Xavier. So you need to pull them up or not. So you need to decide that right now, and you need to make that roll on act under pressure to see whether you pull them up or not.
Okay. Act under pressure. Nope. I guess I do.
You are a good Catholic boy. And he will pull him up to the chopper.
Okay. Okay. He gets up,
Okay.
and we're gonna be sitting there going, you got cyber coming. You got this helicopter. You're still signing that goddamn thing.
Well, first of all, let me say, like, I really appreciate you coming around and seeing things my way and understanding that,
Well-
really, I was
Ringo's
acting in
gonna
the best
shoot you in the
interest of the
head.
group. He wouldn't do that. But,
Yeah, he will.
Ringo,
Yep.
you wouldn't do that, would you?
Would you like to play hardball with Matt at this point, Ringo? Are you willing to shoot him in the head?
I am willing to shoot him in the head, but not
At this
No.
particular time.
right. So essentially, yes, I will play hardball with him, and essentially, this is what I'm going to say. Listen, I don't like how that went down. As far as I see it, you owe us all a big wad of cash here. Now, I'm not going to shoot you in the head right now, because if I do that, ain't none of us going to get paid. But if you pull this kind of crap again, heck, if I even think you're going to pull this crap again, yeah, then I'll shoot you.
Okay. Then go ahead and roll fast talk.
But no, hardball, if I
Now,
can.
see, hardball
No,
hardball
no.
is threatening violence right now.
Oh, okay, sure. It's all the same to me.
Yeah, style.
12.
Okay.
Oh,
So he will give you that speech, and he wants right now. What he wants from you is an assurance that you're not going to do that again, Chip.
Oh, like, look, you think I don't learn? I'm already working on a root cause analysis of the things that went wrong here, and
Yeah, I don't know what
my
that
philosophy is to
I'm just
fix the
saying.
problem, not the blame.
I'm just saying, I don't understand all that. I don't know that I care. If this happens again, yeah, I'm going to shoot you. Yeah, that's about it.
So Matt, you give him his assurance
Yeah.
in your particular way. So you may mark experience.
Woohoo.
And I think can I cut the scene there? Is that okay?
So basically, he's gotten out of it without having to pay us a dime.
well, he's
still
going to pick up his.
Pretty
I-
much.
Can't
I
hear you,
didn't-
can't hear you,
I-
Carl.
I can't hear a word you're saying, Carl.
Oh, he's got to pick up his synth and his helicopter. We have his helicopter.
Yes, he got out of it.
Yeah. So you're gonna hang on. You're gonna hang on to his helicopter, is what you're saying.
Oh, okay. We don't know anything about his
His what?
new eyeball.
No, that's something he did on his own.
Yeah, I still have a gaping hole in my face.
Well, you're gonna have another one as soon as you come back with it.
So let's cut away from that, shall we? So this shit goes down, guys, and you don't get your money back that you invested, and word kind of goes up about you guys having been on an op that went pear shaped, and so you will have to lay low for a while. So Ringo, when you have to lay low, when you have to go to ground, where do you go?
Down there near the docks, a little slum area kind of thing. There's this little dive bar saloon kind of thing where the lowlifes kind of gather, and I don't know too much better than that, at least in this incarnation. So, that's where I am. Got a bottle, got a table, that kind of thing.
What do people know about you here?
Essentially, I probably have a reputation for not taking a whole lot of crap from anybody, but also sticking up for people if the little guy is getting whipped up on and I'm in the middle of it, or I'm nearby, I'll kind of step in the middle of it and make it go away.
Okay. Scott, where does Trace go to ground? Scott?
I think he may have stepped away or is muted.
Probably stepped away.
Okay. So Ben, where do you go to ground?
So I have actually a pretty hard to find mobile ground. My van goes into stealth mode, essentially, quote unquote, and I'm not in one location, but I'm constantly on the move.
And what's your take on all this situation? You were pretty quiet during all of that shit that went down there.
So he was thinking to himself that Daddy Bye Bye screwed us, but at the same time, he's also analyzing the situation as well. And I'm not totally convinced that they would have fully paid up anyway. So he's his mixed feelings on the whole thing, but he just kept to himself.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. That seems reasonable. Scott, are you back?
Yes, I'm back.
Okay. So where does Trace go to ground? Where do you hide out?
Basically, I will go to my lair, and probably hole up there to do some research, and I will leave the contract with Xavier, and I will tell him this will be the last time that you see me in person until he signs this contract. I don't trust him not to do the same. You've given him no reason not to. I will not put my life into jeopardy. I will leave.
Right.
Scott, Trace, you will receive a contact from your friends among the Brotherhood.
Oh, the League of Shadows.
Yes.
I was hoping to do some research first, but all right.
This is probably within not too long after, within very short time after you've returned. What is the name of this contact that you're speaking with? Or at least the name that he's told you.
Probably call it the something like the all-seeing eye.
And he is there in your sanctum, essentially, when you come back. And he will say, Brother Trace.
Brother, I will, go to my knees in that supplicate position of assuming he's here to kill me.
You may rise. This is not your day.
I'll rise.
We have been attacked. Our facilities have been assaulted. I would ask you, I will send you the data sets on the most recent attack. I will ask you to keep your eyes open, and should you find out any information about who might have been involved in this attack, that you pass it on. You run in the circles that overlap with this.
All right.
And he will hand you a data pack that essentially has a really quick cursory overview of the underwater explosion and a research facility going up. It doesn't mention the bioweapons lab at all. But the all-seeing eye says, you will keep your eyes open for this?
Whoa, why did you...
Is that a yes?
Yeah, hold on. Give me a second here. I got to think how... I'm completely loyal to these people. So...
But you know turning in Matt will result in all shit going down for the rest of you. They're not pressuring you too hard. They just want you to be alert for information. This isn't any kind of high-pressure move. They're clearly concerned about what happened. And so they are waking up agents.
But, I mean, I wouldn't give a rat's ass if they... I mean, do I think that giving up the information that we were involved in this op will lead to the deaths of me and the rest of the team?
Yes.
Even if...
Do it.
You've had your doubts about the League of Shadows.
even if I spun it as us being there but not responsible.
You don't have. You would have to set that up right now. You're kind of flat-footed on this.
So yes, I will assure him that I will look into it.
Excellent. That is all we wish. I appreciate your attention to the matter. And he is gone. Matt.
Yeah.
I know you have to take off here in a couple minutes to go play Final Fantasy football. So, what happens? What do you go to ground? Do you go public? What is the deal? What is?
Well,
do you go get your cyber eye?
The cyber eye is absolutely the first order of business. Yes,
Okay,
I have to get that.
You immediately go there, and the guy's like, "Oh my God, you look like shit."
Yeah, I'm the kind of guy whose eyes get ripped out by monkeys. We tend to look like shit.
Thought you said it was a lemur.
Oh, God damn.
Okay,
Marsupial.
well we should be all good as long as you didn't get any salt water in the eye. We should be fine.
Oh, God damn it. Define any.
I mean, oh. Okay, well, he says, I can see you got a lot of salt water in your eye, didn't you?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, what's going to happen next is going to be really, really painful. I'm going to have to flush your ocular canal with a solvent solution to get that cleared up, or else it'll get infected.
Sure. Do you mind if I broadcast that?
Oh, man, I wouldn't do that if I were you. It really fucked up somebody's day.
The mutants that follow me love this kind of S-hit.
Okay, not my ass. And that spray is like someone spraying lightning into your eye. And about the third time you pass out, he's like, okay, I'm almost done.
good. What's my Q rating like?
I don't know. You probably should turn that on.
Wait.
And we'll
What?
the Cyber Eye is installed, Matt. You now have that.
All right.
Okay. And I think that's where we're going to cut that scene away from you.
All right, and then I'm going to drop. I may be back relatively soon. I'm not sure how long this is going to take.
Okay. Remember,
right.
you want like a quarterback and some other people. Okay?
And Cloud. Don't forget Cloud.
Go get Cloud.
All right, later, guys.
All right. Bye.
Don't get Eris. She really fades in the second half.
Yes. At halftime. So, Xavier. When the black car comes for you,
Oh, there we go.
who from International Immobiliare is there to pick you up?
This is because what's his name screwed me, didn't they?
I don't know what you're talking about, Carl.
Okay. Because okay.
No one screwed you.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Someone screwed you, but you let him get away with it.
That's right.
Actually, two people screwed you, and you let them get away with it.
PG.
It is it's an apprentice inquisitor.
He is somebody that came up in your sort of cohort who does not care for you. His guy's name is Inquisitor,
Or humanity in general.
yes, Inquisitor Rodre. And he, when you arrive back at your essentially to do whatever pickup or dread drop you do, he is there, and he gets out of the vehicle, and you see a couple of pages. It's what you call the hitters that they bring with them, who step out, and they open the back door to the limo and gesture for you to get in.
I get in.
And Rodre gets in and sits across from you. And he holds out his hand with his ring on it.
I kiss it.
Brother Xavier, you look somewhat worse for wear.
Yes, Father. I've had some trying times.
So I have come to understand. I know that you have dallied with unsavory folk in the interests of the church, but also in your own interests.
The way to enlightenment is sometimes twisted.
There is the words of the devil himself in that. You have done some interesting searches. One might even say searches that represent a kind of questioning of your own faith, asking about issues with the church itself, as if you do not trust the word of His Holiness.
We must always be vigilant for those who would twist and remove and change the sacred word.
That seems almost accusatory.
No, it is a canon of our faith. We all must be over. That is why the Inquisition exists.
Yes, and that is why I am here. You have proven wanting, and so I have come to set a task for you.
I am ready.
Excellent. We will arrange for you to take a mission a job. We will have that set up. You will bring your team along, and you will bring them into an ambush, and we will turn them over to our people. You will be set free, but we need you to hand over your associates in a way that puts them in a vulnerable position.
When will this be?
Well, it looks to me like you need a few days to recover, so say 72 hours, and we'll have a contact made for you. We want all 4 of them. If you do this, we will accept that you are truly of the faith.
There is no need for disbelief in that. I will always be faithful.
That is what many say when they are on the fire. So, I will contact you again in 72 hours. Is there anywhere we can drop you?
Here will be fine.
Stop the car. And they do. 72 hours.
And with your spirit, my father.
And you as well. All right, so where do you go to ground, Carl?
Well, I had a great idea, but now I'm not doing that. I will call up Trace, and he's given me information for a fake op.
He's going to call you in 72 hours and essentially set it up so that you will do like you're doing a standard meet and prepare an op, and that will be an ambush for your friends. Oh, sorry, your
Okay.
colleagues.
Okay. Well, I mean, we don't normally take a whole team to
No, it's gonna be a whole mission. You go, you get the job, do all your legwork, and it's going to be set up as a full ambush for them.
at the get the job point.
No, at the mission.
Oh, at the mission.
Yeah,
Okay.
because you'll have everybody on the field at that point.
Okay. So I will contact Trace immediately and just tell him I got a job lined up. We've got to meet in person. There's some stuff we got to go over, or we got to meet and get our regular stuff. It's 72 hours, so we got some time.
Excellent. Hopefully, we'll be able to recoup some of our losses.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll call Ringo, and I will not call Daddy Bye Bye,
Okay.
and I will call Rook, or not Rook.
Rake.
Wrong one.
Rake?
Rake.
Okay.
Rake. Rook. Rake. Rook.
Oh,
It's a pretty good name, actually, Rook.
I know. I took it for one of my characters.
Did you?
That's what I was doing.
All right. So, essentially, you'll give them the heads up that they should meet up again in 72 hours.
No, we're going to meet up before that.
Okay.
And we'll meet up in. Does everybody need 1 or 2 days?
I was mostly uninjured, other than taking the rebar through the stomach.
Yeah. So you could do it quickly, or we could do it once around and check in with everybody if anybody wants to do like research or hitting the street or anything like that.
Okay, so I mean, basically the next thing is us meeting together before this mission.
Okay, let's do that then. So I'll come back to you.
Okay.
Fabian, he tells you that you guys are going to meet up to talk about going on a mission here soon. Is there anything that you want to do in the meantime?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, seeing it's upstairs. Sorry, my son just came home from soccer.
That's
Okay. Yeah, I would like to hit the streets. I want to talk to Gilgamesh about getting a motorcycle.
Okay.
Or actually, I want to find out. What are those? Do they have trauma derms? Those things that reduce harm? Is that something that people that?
Yeah, you have to buy them, and trauma derms allow you to make the apply first aid roll.
Okay, what is that based off of? Is that meat or mind or what?
That is cool.
Cool. And if you succeed, you reduce harm. Is that how that works?
So what it is if you fail, nothing bad happens. A 7 to 9 means you reduce harm by 1 segment. If their harm clock is more than 2100, they take -1 ongoing until they receive medical attention. On a 10 plus, if their harm clock is 2100 or less, reduce their harm by 2 segments. If their harm clock is more than 2100, reduce it by 1 segment. And then Ben has the thing to always increase and always heal at least 1.
Okay. I think this is a pretty good thing to have around. So I want to hit the streets and get a couple of those, and also investigate getting a motorcycle, how much that's going to cost.
Okay. So, cutting edge. And you just want a standard bike?
Yeah.
Okay. So a standard bike is going to be probably 4 credits. Trauma derms to give you enough to do that kind of stuff is probably going to be, and I'm talking about base stuff, is going to be like a credit to do that.
Okay. I only have 4 credits, so I need to make a choice here.
And you have to hit the street to go and get the stuff first.
So hit the street. May I do that now?
Sure. Which one are you looking for?
Trauma derms, because I'm not exactly sure I can do the other.
Roll style.
Okay, style it is. And what did that come up as? Did that come up? Oh, there we go. 7.
So that's a 7. So yeah. So I will say that it's going to cost you 2 credits.
Okay.
And they'll get to you at the end of the session. Does that seem cool?
Okay, so this wouldn't be something that he could just have available. I mean, this seems like a pretty standard request.
Yeah, I know, but you guys have some serious fucking heat on you right now, and these things are not cheap. Okay, so I can give them to you right now if you want.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
And then I leave him be.
Okay.
I'm waiting to see who the heat's going up with. Oh!
Okay. So yeah. So it'll cost you that, and you can get that. Ben, what are you doing in the meantime?
So, do we know anything about this mission?
No, he's going to pull you guys together to talk, do some planning before you go on the mission. So you don't know anything. You don't even think you've taken the job yet. So maybe he has a couple of missions, and he's going to ask you which one to do.
Okay. I guess I'm gonna see if maybe I can start rebuilding Beauty.
Okay. So I will say you can do that, but it's going to cost you at least 2 cred in parts to rebuild it.
Okay.
Okay? Does that seem reasonable?
Seems reasonable.
Okay. And I'm going to have you hit the street to see how hard it is to get those parts.
Sure.
Roll style.
How do I do that? Hold on, let me write this in my log here.
Oh, sure.
Rebuild Beauty. Style.
Yep.
Okay. I ain't so good at style.
So yeah, they can get you the parts that you need, and for the price that you want.
Awesome. And I guess I'll make a contact here because Beauty's kind of important to me.
Sure. What's this guy's name?
So let me open up my character sheet. Hold on, I can log this. Hmm. About uh, Ralph Rover, and he is I guess a parts dealer.
Yeah.
I know him from working with other jobs and haven't called on him in a while, and catch him at old times. And we had been on a mission together actually before I joined this group, and so he's he had been away for a while overseas and had returned. I hadn't seen him in about 2 years because he had just been traveling, and he's back, and I'm really glad to see him. And so.
Oh yeah, and he knows beauty. Beauty's pretty distinctive. So he's able to. He's like, oh yeah. You got some specialty parts I have to get. They're kind of telltale, but I can get those for you, and you can put it back together.
That is awesome. Thank you so much. How was your trip to Europe? I hadn't seen you in a coon's age.
Oh, I wouldn't say that though. That phrase is a little problematic.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
well,
real careful on
see you in a while there.
Yeah, no, I
You
was
had a good time.
I was in Georgia. A little civil war going on there. So
Oh, yeah.
I was doing some.
You weren't hurt, were you?
No, I'm drones. You just send them in and murder people. It's not a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my style too.
Yeah. There's still a bunch of stuff. They found some unexploded ordnance from the Neo-Sov days, and that was getting some shit going down there.
Oh my God! Yeah, I read about in the papers. They're like
Papers.
or sorry, in the blogs.
You always were a little retro.
In the news.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Okay. Yeah. Crazy shit. Took out of town one of the UXBs they found. So that's what happens.
oh my God. Well, I'm glad you're okay.
Yeah.
Thanks
Again,
for all
as I
the-
said, I was back behind the lines.
Awesome.
Okay, I'll get that stuff for you.
Thank you so much.
No problem. Scott.
I got a couple things.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's do them.
First, I'm going to use my research skill and my research program to go through basically digital images of old superheroes and supervillains and see if I can narrow down the person that I saw come out of the underwater base. Sort of. I didn't get the best of looks, but I can at least narrow it down somewhat to see if it's someone I recognize from the pictures.
Okay.
Or at least eliminate ones that it couldn't
Sure.
be.
Do you have a cyber eye?
I do not have a cyber eye. No.
Okay. So this is going purely on the visuals and the few seconds that you saw. Okay. So let's have you roll research. Mind.
Does my thing get me here? Seven. Does I get anything?
Yeah.
Else with this program? Let's see.
So it gives you a +1 to research. So it could become an 8.
All right.
So what is your question?
I guess my question would be: is this a paranormal individual?
So your
from
question
the
is
database?
your question is rather, who is this?
Who is this? Yes.
It's very difficult to tell, and you have to dig back through some old data to get to it. But eventually, you will dig back to old super groups, the sort of the whole blow up with the Cabal back in the 2010s, and to a Cabal research project that was apparently some sort of super being that had arrived here and were like held in a Cabal facility, and then later escaped. They could fly and they had super strength, and the sort of last thing you have is that they fought some superheroes, back, around the time like some big shit went down, and the only sort of name that you get with that is Namor.
So if it is him, he would have had to have been recaptured in some way.
Yeah,
Since-
and he does not look nearly as buff or as strong as the sort of sketchy images you have from before. And you thought he was destroyed. That's sort of all the reports showed that he was destroyed. But I mean, this guy looked like a pale, sort of worn out, shriveled up version of him.
Read, I guess.
And awesome. And really wish that base hadn't blown up. Well, maybe it's hard to say. Okay.
And?
For my second thing, we have communications devices that we use and such.
Yeah. Matt
how-
has secure cyber comms, which is probably the safest route that you have. Other things are potentially vulnerable to compromise, but things happen.
I guess I would like to get some kind of basically or a set of I guess the equivalent of burn phones, basically communications devices that I could use once and get rid of.
Sure. How many of these do you want?
Oh. How expensive are they? Probably a half a dozen.
Well, see, they're going to be about a cred each, and I'll tell you why. Because the government keeps tight regulation on those. They restrict the frequencies. They monitor those. They've stopped letting sort of free phones without any kind of tracing information get out there. So it takes a bit to get a phone that isn't going to get tracked back to you.
Well, then I'll just get 2 for now.
Okay. That seems reasonable to me. Why don't you roll style?
Style. 8.
8. So that's actually going to cost you 3 credits.
All right.
So you have a choice of the other options. Is it going to take you some time to get together, attract unwanted attention, or they need you to help you out with something?
Oh, let's see. So, what would be reasonable for this? I'll agree to help them with some with something.
All right. So they will say to you that they need let me think what the best way to handle this is. Um, oh, so they need they what they really want is they understand that you run in the same circles as this chip guy,
Uh-huh.
and they want like a personalized video card from him, like a little video message and stuff, because they follow his feed and it's really fucking awesome and sweet.
Oh, I see. They want a personalized one?
Yeah, like a little hologram thing with a little message and signed kind of thing. We know you can get that for us, right?
I would rather rip my cyberware out than talk to him again.
That's great.
Then I guess I turn them down.
What?
I will-
Seriously? I mean, I don't think that was that much, but okay. I understood you guys were tight.
I will take my credits back.
Okay. Oh, no, okay. Whatever, dude. Carl, let's cut to you.
Okay. I am going to talk to one of my more trusted informants, people I work with in International Mobiliare, people who I really like, and I'm going to go talk to them. It is going to be
What are you trying to do? What's your goal here?
I'm going to get some information about this mission that they're running on me. Why they pissed at me? What's going on? Since I don't know anything about. I mean, I don't know anything about what Scott did, right?
Right, right.
Okay,
So that seems like assess to me. Because since you
I was thinking it was more. I think it was more hit the street, but we can do assess. It's fine.
assess is good because it allows you to ask some questions. You're talking
Okay,
to people,
that's fine.
situations, that kind of thing.
Okay. Okay,
let's
that's
have-
fine.
Let's have you roll edge. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
So who we've already we haven't established a contact for you. Do you want to establish a contact here?
Yeah, it's gonna be Abbott. Always get blanket names. Abbott.
Here, I'll get it. I've got some ones here. Abbott
Where is
Prayang.
where is
There you go.
my contact?
Abbott Prayang is his name.
Where's my contact? Where's the contacts in here?
Contacts is on the quick sheet. It's just you declare a contact. You can do that once per mission.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah. And
What'd you say the name was?
Abbott Prayang. He's
Pryon.
Prayang.
Okay.
He's essentially from the Southeast Asian diocese and so on,
Okay.
and
But-
he's older, crossed paths with you several times. He's had a good relationship with you, and so when you call on him, and he is in the area, you kind of check on that. He will meet with you, and he says, "Brother Xavier."
Yeah, I met with who was it? Inquisitor Radre, and he says one thing, but I'm kind of worried. I'm just trying to figure out if
Why would the Inquisition be speaking to you? Are they looking to recruit you?
I don't know.
You are not
I-
under their scrutiny, are you?
I don't know, and I'm just trying to find out if Well, actually, there we go. How is Brother Prion vulnerable to me? Or not another brother. I'm sorry, Brother Rodre. Inquisitor Rodre. How is he invulnerable to me?
Okay, so let's go ahead and have you make. So we've got the contact, and this is your assess roll that you made here with your edge. So
Yeah.
right, okay.
Yep.
How is he vulnerable to you? He needs to bring a head on a platter. Some things were done, and he has been sent out. And certainly, when the list of possible subjects came up, clearly, if your name popped onto it, he was going to take a certain amount of delight in burying you.
Okay, so he's in trouble. He needs to make something good happen.
It's not so much that he's in trouble; it's that he's on a quota right now, and he needs to make something happen.
Okay. And so, but how is he vulnerable to? Okay, so how's he? Because if
he's vulnerable because he needs that to be
Okay.
done. That's something he has to get done.
Okay. What did I notice despite an effort to conceal it?
Why are you getting pulled out and fingered on this? And what? Why is International Mobilari so hot? I mean, you guys only did like one run against them, maybe, and you weren't even there. So something is wrong in that equation. You think somebody has pushed them at you.
That seems much more generic. I mean, generic than. I mean, it just seems just more generic than I could. I mean, you know what I mean? That seems like that'd be obvious that somebody's pushed them against me. I mean, do I have any idea who that is? See what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying. So you think that's not enough information for that as an answer to that question? That seems fair to me. Yeah, I would say that it's clearly someone within your own team.
Ah, okay. There you go. Well, that's what I need to know.
Okay.
Frickin' daddy bye-bye, man.
And what's your third?
Let's see. Where can I gain the most advantage? Don't answer this. That's just
Right,
screwing
right, I know
over
you're
my
reading.
friends. Yeah. Let's see. What potential complication do I need to be wary of? Vulnerable. How can I avoid trouble? Avoid trouble by selling out my friends. Best way past is selling out my friends. Who was the biggest threat? The church, because they're going to slaughter us. Where can I gain the most? Let's see. What potential complication do I need to be wary of?
You need to be wary of the fact that, and I know this may be stating the obvious, but you really need to bring this to the forefront. Daddy Bye Bye has several gangs in his employ. So, he has comms to them, and they are mobile, and they are dangerous. He has both a large-scale gang and a small-scale gang. So, that is a complication. If you do move against Daddy Bye Bye, or get shit, if that comes with a thing, he has been very quiet about it, but he can bring really lethal force to bear. So that is something that needs to be first and foremost in your mind.
Okay, great.
Does that
Perfect.
seem like a fair enough answer?
Yeah, no, that's excellent. That's actually very good. Okay, great. And I get +1
Forward when you act on those answers.
Great.
Okay. So let me take a 5-minute bio break, and then we'll cut to Carl, you doing your meeting with the group. Does that seem cool?
Yep.
Okay. All right. So everybody take 5, and then we'll come back. All right.
Rock and roll. So Scott, in Fallout 4, how do you not just turn into be settlement fucking management.
What do you mean?
I'm just running between settlements. I'm getting stuff. I'm trying to get resources. I'm assigning people. I started giving them better guns. I'm not at laser pistols yet, but I just did Valentine, so I've got a whole bunch of submachine guns. I'm gonna pass out. And it's just like, oh god, people are not doing anything. My God Almighty! I started building walls. I don't know how you afforded concrete walls. You must be very rich right now.
Filthy.
Do the settlements make you money?
The settlements make you money. That's why it's beneficial to get as many as you can.
Now, is it just caps, or do they get you junk that you can sell?
It gets you junk that you could theoretically sell. I never did that. I just took the caps. The more shops that you build in your settlement, the more caps that you make, the higher level.
So I got one shop in my settlement, in Sanctuary. Is that like automatically just giving it? I mean, I've never noticed it, but is it automatically giving stuff going into my
It'll automatically give you caps that go into your workbench if you periodically check
in the workbench?
Yes.
I haven't seen that. Okay, I haven't been looking there. Okay. Now is that now if I got all my settlements joined, is that all the caps joined, or do I have to?
You have to travel to each workbench and pull it out, but you want to put a full suite of shops in every settlement eventually.
Okay.
And they'll just rake in. I mean, I usually travel around with 30,000, which is usually.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know if I've ever gotten over 1,000 right now. I mean, probably more like 500.
Generally, I reinvest it in the town by putting more shops in there until they're full up, and then I use the rest of the money to go to the different vendors and buy concrete and steel.
Yeah, I put like walls around some of my vulnerable sites. I mean, did you put them like what was it? There was not the depot, but it was by a railroad. It's the really crappy one. It's like a railroad station, and it's uneven ground.
Yes, I know.
That was the first place I got attacked, and so I put junk walls all around it. I can't get them. I can't get them right next to each other either. They'll clip onto the other walls if you. Well, they don't really. I mean, the junk walls don't.
I don't use the junk walls. I use the concrete walls.
So those are like building walls. Yeah, because that's
basically square 10 by 10 concrete walls.
Yeah.
And the concrete foundations. Those are also make good walls too. They're like big 10 by 10 by 10 blocks of concrete.
Oh, you can put them up. So you can put them up.
Yeah, you could raise them a bit above the. I usually raise it up as high as it goes, and you could put turrets on top of them and walls between them.
Mm-hmm. Now, I mean, like if your turrets are facing the wrong way and raiders attack, are they still completely useless?
They have a certain arc, I believe. But
it's like 90 degrees, and so very easily.
If they're within that arc, they'll turn to get the turret. But if they're out of arc, you're screwed.
No, it's just interesting because you got the some wide open places, and I was like, fuck, I think they're gonna come this way. I have no idea.
Yeah, it takes some while to get used to. You have to get attacked a couple times to sort of see where they usually spawn, and that's where you build up the defenses. Because they usually spawn in one of two or three areas.
All right, I am back when everybody else is back. Hey.
I'm back.
Is Fabian back? Ben back?
Yeah.
Okay, let's give Fabian a minute since he has some.
Hello?
Hey, you back?
I was muted. Sorry.
That's okay. That is more than okay. So, let's take up Carl, where would you have everybody meet? I assume it's a secure location. You guys have it covered electronically, physically, all that jazz.
Yeah, it'll be.
What is it?
It'll be neutral, but there'll be. Oh, there's a place that I know that actually provides all that, and that's their reputation. They come in and you can get there, and you know it's a moving place, and only people who know what's in, who knows how to meet people, go to that place.
Okay.
And
Encrypted stuff, and you show up. And get
no, well,
picked
just
up
it just
and that
has
kind
a
of
just has a large noise wall around it.
stuff. Okay. All right. So you four can talk.
Well, I have Daddy Bye Bye. I finally tell Daddy Bye Bye, but I tell him
He's not there.
little.
You said
okay.
you said you weren't inviting him.
Okay.
It's true.
Yeah. That's fine.
And I'm only there via secure communication.
Okay. You know, I came back and the International Mobiliare has a mission for me. We're gonna get to it tomorrow. Wants me to bring my team. I think it'll be pretty good, and we can go in and. But one of the problems is there's a guy here who he's part of the Inquisition, and the Inquisition is dangerous. So we're pretty normal about that. This particular guy doesn't like me a lot, but I think we'll be okay. We can take the mission, and we can get this done, make everybody happy, and we know they're kind of anxious about us, and so if we might be able to ease their fears a little bit. I think it'll work out, and we can make some good money on it. And I think it's pretty much a straight one, so we're not going to lose too much. We're not going to. It's pretty conservative, so we can kind of start getting back our position after Daddy Bye Bye screwed us. I'm going to tell Daddy Bye Bye about it, but not going to because he can't come to the meeting because he's kind of wacky. He's going to screw things up when he gets to face to face.
And has he signed the contract yet?
No, he hasn't signed the contract. I think we can. I think we might be able to get him on this, but I thought we had him, and
Yeah, he's pretty
That's all I
slick
need to
there.
know.
All right, well, I'm running low on funds there, and I need somewhere to recoup some of that. So I'm all in for that.
okay.
Sounds good to me.
I like money.
So where are we meeting this guy again?
I'm gonna get a location tomorrow, and they're gonna tell us to go.
All
and,
right,
we won't need everybody. We won't need everybody there.
I'll be there. I got your back.
Okay.
Cool.
All right. Carl, so is that the end of
Yes.
that meeting?
Yeah, we don't have really anything to go on, do we?
Right.
Yeah. Okay. So we can meet with if he gives me the place, I can
So
go meet him.
you get a text for you to meet with a guy tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay.
Is he going to give us? Is he going to get us information beforehand?
No, he gives you essentially the fixer that you're to meet with.
Okay.
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 All right.
Okay.
So we'll cut to the next day. You and Fabian going to the meet. Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. And there is a guy there, and he looks like looks like maybe a tech scientist type. Carl, you'll recognize him as an International Mobiliare intelligence agent.
Okay.
And he'll say, "I'm so glad that you guys could come and take this mission on short notice. I know that it's a tight timetable, and so I couldn't get a hold of anybody, but I understood that you guys could work quickly."
Yeah, we're fine. We can
Okay.
do this.
All right.
What's the thing about?
It says you may know that there's the disaster reclamation going on outside of Pittsburgh right now around the pit.
Disaster of reclamation.
Yeah,
Uh,
there was the incident, the blast that went off in the pit. About
I don't want to interrupt here, but normally we talk compensation before we get to job details. If you know what I mean.
Well, no, we don't. We actually don't do that.
Yes, we do.
no, usually you get an outline of the job and then you tell me how much you're staking.
Oh, I am so sorry. Okay.
That's okay. That's okay. He'll say, so generally, so here's what it is there are a lot of control centers around outside of there, various people, and right now, Wayland Utani.
What do you mean control centers? What's a control center?
Wayland Utani has taken the contract for handling refugees and disaster relief and so on outside of that. There is a scientist who was working in the Pittsburgh area who survived, who was associated with my tech team. I don't want to go too far into that. He got picked up by Wayland Utani. They know he's a scientist. They don't know his exact value, but he's at one of these control camps outside. One of sort of a black ops site, so they don't advertise it too much. They've moved him there, and
Control camp, you mean like prison?
essentially they're processing. Right now he's okay. They've got him locked down there. Once they realize his asset value, he will probably get. They'll either take out his cyber brain, or they will ship him off somewhere else, and he'll vanish off the grid entirely. So I need you to go in and get this guy before they realize who and how important he is.
That's not right. We'll get your partner there.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Again, it's
Can
kind of
we know a little bit more about this guy? Is he
Ben,
dangerous?
I'm going to stop you there because you're not on scene.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
because
I didn't know
it's
that.
Carl and Fabian on scene.
Oh, I didn't know that. Sorry.
Yeah. He says, I can give you what I know about the site. Wayland Utani has cut any affiliation with it. It looks like it's a neutral third-party site controlled by them, and they've got some people there. But that's all I know. Location and generalities there. I can give you the full ident and facial recognition and all that stuff for the guy. His name is Jordan Chio, that we need taken out of there. Does that seem like something you guys can do?
Yeah, that's something
Okay.
we can do.
Yeah. Are there other people in this site here, or is it just him?
No, I
I mean-
assume there are other prisoners on site as well.
Huh. This sounds kind of wrong that they're doing this. You know what I mean?
I do know what you mean.
Yeah. I think we need to change this situation here. That's not right. Innocents shouldn't be put in the crosshairs, especially
Okay.
if they're just coming back from a disaster like
Okay,
that.
Ringo.
That's
Ringo,
just wrong.
Ringo, this is business. Let's
What?
move on. Okay, this is business.
It's right and wrong.
Yeah, well, that's nice. Let's move it on.
Carl, why don't you roll, get the job?
Now,
This is the
do
whole
I get my
negotiation.
+1 because I'm acting on my information?
Yeah, I'll give you
Or
a
is
plus
it-
one on that. See, that seems like a good use of that. +1 forward.
It's edge.
Yep.
Ooh, look at that.
Look at that. All right. So you get to choose 3 from the list.
Okay, pays well.
Okay, so triple.
Okay. Employer provides useful intel.
Okay, so you got 1 intel.
Okay.
Last
The
one.
meeting doesn't attract attention.
Perfect. Okay. So they'll hand all that information off to you, Carl.
Okay. Before this guy leaves, I'm going to talk to him, and I'm going to ask him. I guess I'm going to do an assess to watch out. I'm basically going to talk about. Well, I mean, I was under the impression that Inquisition was going to meet with this guy's not in the Inquisition. Just trying to talk about this thing and see what he knows. Just kind of.
Okay, that seems reasonable. Normally, I wouldn't let you do that just because the get a job is supposed to represent all that, but we're in a special situation. So why don't you assess for me?
Now,
Well,
is this plus? Now, can I use my +1 ongoing with this as well?
The +1 ongoing. No, you had a +1 forward that you
Was
used
that
on
what it
this
was?
last one.
Okay.
So.
While he
Oh, no, I
rolls
guess
that,
I guess you didn't add that +1 forward in the last one. So yeah, you can
Well, I didn't need it, so I don't have to do it, right?
Well, no, you use it on it. You say you're using it.
Right, I did say okay,
Yeah.
but I.
So yeah, you did. You
when
did
is
add,
it? So
you,
Intel is like Intel. I can use it after I roll, and +1 forward.
and justify it. +1 forward means on the next thing you do regarding
Okay.
this, you get
Okay, that's fine.
+1.
Okay.
while he rolls that, did this guy give me his name? Right?
No.
I don't remember what it was. So I'll just say to him, when we get your guy out, I want to make sure that he knows that you were the one responsible for saving him. So, what can I get your name so I can tell this guy?
Well, for jobs like this, typically I don't just go by Mr. Smith.
There we go.
All right, Mr. Smith. I'll
Okay,
make sure he knows.
Okay.
I got 3 questions from him.
Sure.
Okay. What do I notice despite an effort to conceal it?
That you might be on the table too. That this guy certainly thinks that you're on the table too.
Okay, so he is in on it.
He clearly thinks that he is setting you and your whole team up.
Okay.
That is his impression. Number 2.
Well, in that case, what is the best way in, way out past?
Way in, way out in the situation here, talking with him.
Well, not.
Because
Okay.
you're dealing with him, so we're dealing with.
Okay, then I don't want. Then I don't want it because
Yeah.
just leave. Let's just leave.
Right,
Okay.
right. So
What potential complicates? Trouble leave. What is the best way out past? Where can gain the most? Where can I gain the most advantage?
he, if you want to push on him a little bit, Carl, because you've already asked him for some intel, and because this is kind of a setup, if you want them to give you some a gear, you could probably push on that and get a gear or a gear and an intel.
That'd be great. How do
Okay.
I mean? It's just fast
Yeah,
talk.
essentially, we just say that that's what you do. You use that question to kind of push, and
Okay.
and he's agreeable just because he wants to get this set.
Okay, so I'll get so I'll get a gear.
Okay. Yep.
A gear and intel are
Gear produces a piece of equipment. Okay. Like, we have a special thing to negate this security thing. Whereas intel is, okay, we know about this, so I'm going to give myself a +1 to this roll.
okay. I guess I'm all about the intels. Well, I'm gonna have both though. Yeah.
Okay. What's
Okay,
your
I'll
last,
take-
what's your
I'll
last
take-
question?
Last question. This is so biggest threat would be That's no big deal. What potential complication do I need to be wary of? What potential complication do I need to be wary of? Making the GM work.
That they may actually be sending you on a mission to test you. Like, this might be a real mission.
Okay.
You're not sure. I mean,
So
that's always a
that's-
possibility.
That's great. Okay.
Okay?
I've really dominated here, so I'll let somebody.
Okay.
Well, we actually need to. We need to stake.
So you need to stake. Ben, now we're going to come to you and your chance to kind of follow up and do the investigation on. Does that seem cool?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. And the first thing we're going to do before I come to you is everybody's going to say how many credits. Whoa, holy shit. That's loud. How many credits you're going to stake towards the mission. Carl?
I am going to stake 2.
2. Okay. Scott?
2.
Ben?
I'm gonna stay 3 because I've never done that.
Okay. So, choose the side there.
And
Okay.
when I contact, well, has Ringo done it?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
Sorry, I was muted. 2.
2. Okay.
My last 2.
And when I contact Daddy Bye Bye in person to explain what's going on, I'm going to pressure him to do 2.
Okay. So we'll come back on that. What I think I want to do tonight, because Matt's not here, because we're kind of setting something up, is I think I want to do like a round of legwork, and then
Okay.
maybe stop there. Does that seem reasonable?
Yep.
Okay. So Ben, he's giving you some details, giving some information. What's your next step in getting ready for this mission?
So I'm gonna use my whatchamacallit, the skill that I have that I can look for gear.
Ooh, yeah,
salvage.
you're-
Salvage, I believe it's called.
Yeah. Kind of scrapyard thing. Okay.
Yeah.
So why don't you go ahead and make that roll for me?
Let me see. Store. Store job. Look through accumulated parts and supplies. Okay, roll mind.
Yes. Let's see what you get here.
Boonk.
Hey, look at that 10. You get 3 gear
That is
relevant
awesome.
to your areas of expertise. So,
Cool.
and what are your areas of expertise again? Remind us of those.
So I'm an expert splicer, an expert mechanic, customizer. So
Okay. So a lot of good stuff there. Okay. So that's the first thing on this go around. Ringo, what about you?
I will start looking into the area
Okay.
that this guy is. Maybe use assessment. Try and,
Okay.
can't help the dog. Sorry.
That's right.
Try and get an idea of ways in and out, potential hazards, that kind of thing.
Sure.
So
So it looks like you're kind of going on site to do the checkout of this, right?
yes.
Okay. So you get on site. The area. I mean, you have to fly in to the pit. It's crazy disaster area around there. There's just a big crater where Pittsburgh was, and this is sort of the fallout area from that. A lot of these areas are locked down. Corporations have essentially bought contracts to control and maintain areas outside of it as their sort of personal fiefs that are quote unquote disaster relief areas and reconstruction areas, but those aren't particularly well monitored and stuff. But this is kind of a no man's land. Clearly, Weyland-Yutani's trying to keep plausible deniability on this location, and it does look like it's a simple hard box location. probably 1 or 2 levels underground, simple above ground level security on site. So let me have you go ahead and roll edge.
Okay. And let's see. Submit. 7, 6.
Okay.
6.
So you will be in the area checking around. And how do you blow your cover? What happens?
Essentially, I see some of these refugees that are supposedly under the care of one of these camps, and I see them just being like brutalized by the guards, and I just intervene.
Okay, yeah. So the people wander too close to this site, and the guards actually go to like gun them down because they kind of cross over the no man's land, and you put some shots in the air and raise security to keep these guys from getting shot, and you end up having to fall back because they respond in force.
Okay.
Okay, Trace, what about you?
I will research this guy they want us to spring, find out what his if he's got a relationship to International Mobile Area, who he is, why he's there.
Go ahead and make a mind roll for me here.
Oh man, it's gonna be one of those nights.
So you go to kind of check on those records, and you end up hitting against like some serious ice and trace and stuff. I mean, and you were just doing kind of basic stuff. I mean, it tells you that there's something up with this guy, but before you know it, you have tripped a number of different alarms, and it generates a lot more heat than you wanted to right away.
All right.
What's the bad thing that happens? Do you get traced? Do they send a feedback on your thing? Do you have to move location? What happens?
Yeah, probably get a trace on one of my favorite public locations that I sort of rotate using when I do this, just in case, and I have to basically scratch it off as a place that I use in the future, because I know that they've traced it back to there.
Yeah, and NetSec is probably coming in hard and heavy. They're going to be monitoring that place from now on. That's all, so got the nice place. You liked it. The barista was hot.
God, yes.
So you just not
and
good.
She made that just right.
Yep, you can't go back there. And what about you, Carl?
This is clearly Daddy's fault.
Yep.
Okay. I am going to try, and what I want to do is figure out if this is a real mission or is it not, or at least get some information if I can to help me to or to help me make that decision.
So that sounds like either research or hit the street.
Well, I'd rather, no, it's going to be hit the street. So I'm going to talk to. There's a cult of. There's a group of.
You're going to talk to. You've already established your one NPC,
right.
So it would have to be your Abbot Prayang or somebody else you already know.
I'll talk to him.
Okay.
He's one I wanted to say about him before is that he's my mentor, but he's also actually one of the people who are actually really devout. And we kind of come out, kind of grumble a little bit about, how it doesn't make sense that they're doing this, and they're kind of, casting out these people or whatever.
Roll style, Carl. You're gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine.
No problem whatsoever.
Problem. Dice have to turn around, don't they?
We got the bad rolls out.
Yeah.
Dice have been going well. It's just
yeah.
Gambler's fallacy.
Yeah.
So if this is hit this
Roll style.
I'm looking at what I'm trying to do. I will use my +1 forward for this.
From the assess? Okay, that seems
Yeah,
reasonable.
assess. Okay.
Just don't roll snake eyes.
Okay. Ah, doesn't help me. So I make it. I'm at 9.
yeah, you make it. You're at 7 and 9. So you need to choose 2 from that list.
Oh, sorry. I'm looking at hardball. What the fuck? Okay.
No.
Contract needs to help me out. That's fine, and not going to cost me enough. That's for sure. We need to go together and get this. And the quest is going to attack on wanted attention, complication or consequences.
So he says to you, he says, I'm going to help you with this. And this does seem strange. There's some weird stuff going on here with International Mobilare. I do, I'm a little worried about your soul. I really would like it if you could take some time out of your schedule. I mean, I think it would be good for you if you could just take, some time maybe every week or so for a while to go and minister and speak. And he gives you some places that he works at that maybe you should consider working at, and doing these things, and kind of puts the strong arm on you that you haven't been doing that kind of ministrations, and he wants you to do that.
Fallout 61 just came out, though, and it's really taken a lot of my time. Yes, okay. Yeah, I'll do it.
And he goes to look into this stuff for you. And so we'll cut to maybe another day later, Carl.
Yep.
And you will get a call. And it's from another one of Abbot Prayang's students like yourself.
Uh-oh.
And he says, Xavier?
Yes, brother.
This is Boro Willow. We met in Rome a couple of times.
I remember you, yes. How may I assist you?
I have some very bad news for you.
Yes.
Abbot Prayang was killed in an accident yesterday.
My God. What happened?
He was down at one of the central cloisters, and when he came out, as he was crossing, a automated vehicle struck him and killed him. I was nearby, and I went to him. The vehicle hit him and kept going. These remote controlled soulless cars. People hack them, and they don't think of the safety interlocks on them. But he died in my arms. He said your name as he was passing. He said to tell you that it was real. What does that mean?
We were having some philosophical discussions about is the world real or is it a figment of our imagination? And I was really concerned about it. He told me many things, and I it's with all the evil in the world. I just kept on thinking it can't be real, and it can't be real. And he told me he wants me to believe that it is real.
Well, the services will be held tomorrow. Luckily, Inquisitor Rodra was nearby, and he saw to the matters and helped get that. So we're having a quick services here, and he's sending for all of Abbot Prayang students to be gathered to be able to give them honor.
Yeah, give him something.
Yeah.
And that's what we'll take up next time. Okay, guys?
That's awesome.
All right.
I was wondering how you were going to answer my question.
I'm not done with researching, by the way.
Oh, I know.
We got more legwork to do.
Yeah, we got plenty of stuff. We've still got 3 segments on the legwork clock before it blows up.
And we should have gotten 1 experience for getting the job, right?
Yes. Everybody should get.
Actually, Lowell. Yeah. Okay. So 1 experience for getting the job.
Don't forget to get a job, and 1 experience for getting that the job is real.
Okay.
Okay, that's
And can I take 1 experience for blowing my cover?
No,
rolled
because
6.
because that's just you putting fiction on a failure that you'd already done.
No, he failed.
I failed the roll.
Yeah,
Okay.
you'd already done the roll. The roll was the failure there.
I know, but since I rolled a 6, do you mark an experience from?
You only get that if you push it. It's not just if you roll badly. Oh, I mean, yeah, you get to mark experience for failing a roll. You always get.
That's what I'm
that.
asking.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
when I
he's-
did that, when he fast talked me.
Yeah, you
Forgot
should
about
always.
that.
You should always. I don't even take that. You should always be doing that. I'm not even mentioning that. You should always be doing that. I thought you meant that you were trying to hit one of your directives in that. So no, that's not
No.
what I thought you were saying. So I apologize.
Okay.
Misread that. All right, guys. We will take that up.
Hey, Lowell.
yes.
There's one thing, and I just want you to. I want you to take this.